The holochip is hidden within a false power storage unit, behind a detonite charge, entering the disarm code.
You sure we ought to be standing this close, Captain?
I've got it! After all these centuries, we finally have our proof. The information on this holochip proves House Turan is owed a considerable number of credits. When the other families hear of this, we will reclaim our status among the nobility.
All that from a little holochip.
It's shocking what they can fit on those things.
Then take this data and have it authenticated by the Royal Council. I'll see to our benefactor's payment.
I'm sure you will, dear sister.
I'll, leave you two alone to negotiate. Call me when you need me, Captain.
I suppose you'll be leaving soon. You don't seem like a man who stays in one place for long.
I always have time for a gorgeous lady.
There's a charming crudeness to your romantic gestures I can't help admiring. One advantage to being an honored guest at House Organa is access to their finest food and drink. I can arrange a special meal for the two of us. We'll eat and talk about your adventures.
What happens when I run out of stories?
Why don't we start a conversation and see where things lead? Follow me to the parlor. We'll pour ourselves a drink while we wait for the food. Aren't you glad you decided to stay?
Why don't you leave all this behind, Sidonia?
That's more tempting than you know. But my place is here. I owe it to my family's legacy. I promised myself a long time ago I would live my life without any regrets. Thank you for letting me keep that promise.
Any other promises I can help you keep?
Thank you, but no. This datapad contains your payment for delivering the droid. It's the schematic for a powerful anti-radiation shield invented by House Turan. The shield will protect your starship from lethal cosmic rays. You should give the datapad to your business partner, Risha.
What's she gonna do with it?
Build the shield, I believe. I assumed you knew all this. I also have your reward for recovering our family's heirlooms. I'm especially grateful for those. You risked your life for House Turan, and we'll never forget that. Farewell.
You got House Turan's schematic. Perfect. That wasn't too bad, was it?
That Sidonia was really something.
Is she your type, Captain? Interesting. She always seemed a little cold-hearted to me. Your next delivery is to take that head in the jar to a sniveling little stuffed shirt named Pima Ahaf. Pima is at House Alda's estate. You'll have to sneak through some tough battle zones to get there.
I'm hoping for a good fight.
You won't be happy until you've caused an interstellar incident, will you?
Can't wait to ditch that creepy head. I swear its eyes follow me around the cargo hold.
This is one delivery I recommend keeping covered. Let's not upset the locals any more than we need to. Good luck, Captain. Once you deliver that head to House Alda, we can hit the hyperlanes.
Are you here to help? No, impossible. My transmission never got through. You got here safely, and you're not drooling on yourself. Can't be one of the wrists, then. Well, you haven't shot me yet, so I'll assume you're friendly. I don't suppose you'd be interested in helping an old operative.
Tell me what I can do.
Well, I came here to help House Organa, but I'm not as young as I used to be. House Rist has a satellite relay up in the mountains. It's central to their spy network for this region. Disabling it will throw Rist into confusion and save the lives of countless Organa troops. But I can't get near it.
What needs to be done to take out this satellite relay?
If you could get the command codes for the relay from House Rist's men, you could use the codes to take control. Without the relay, those Rist miscreants won't be able to watch the area. Then the Organas could march in and send those bullies packing.
The wrist satellite relay has been disabled.
Thank you, young man. It's so refreshing to see young people with an interest in public service. While you were pummeling House Rist's men into giving up their satellite codes, I've been trying to track their comm chatter. If we could get to their transceiver, you could destroy their communications network, knocking out their ability to speak as well as see.
I'll take care of that.
The Rists are operating out of the houses nearby. If I'm right, you'll find the transceiver there. Please tell Captain Alethios when the Rist transceiver is shut down. He's my nephew. Good lad. Promising career.
What's our play, Captain?
Guided tours of House Alder's Royal Museum are closed until further notice. Scoot along and don't be a bother. Otherwise, you'll answer to security.
You want this head in a jar or not?
I most certainly do not. Get that disgusting thing out of my sight. I mean, really, what sort of buffoon brings a counterfeit head and expects payment? House Alder has already obtained the head of Darth Bandon, thank you very much. It was genetically authenticated by one of my conservators yesterday.
You're being a fool.
How dare you? House Alder does not make mistakes. Cadrith? Cadrith, come here.
Yes, noble curator. How may I serve your impeccable rectitude?
Where is Neva? I want her to run the genetic authenticator on this head and prove it's a fake.
I haven't seen Neva since she authenticated the other head yesterday, noble curator. I sent a message to her holo, but she never replied.
I need you to test this head for me, Cadrith.
I'd really rather not. It's quite ugly.
Cadrith, perform a genetic authentication on this head at once. Compare the results to the head we received yesterday.
I beg your patience, noble curator. This process will take some time. I'm afraid we have a slight problem. This head is a 100% genetic match for the Sith Lord Darth Bandon. I retested the head Neva verified yesterday, and it does not appear anywhere in the genetic authenticator's database.
Somebody owes me an apology.
And someone owes me an explanation. Captain Skavik. This is Noble Curator Pima Ahoth speaking. I demand that you return the Arcanian hyperdrive at once. The head you bought it with is a counterfeit.
Sorry, Pimi. I have a strict no refunds policy. Hey, Captain. You're a little late to the party.
Where'd you dig up a counterfeit head, Skavik?
On a battlefield, where else? People will buy anything if the case is fancy enough. Hope you don't mind, Pimi, but Neva's taking an early retirement. She's too gorgeous for life in a museum.
What? You menace! You corrupted that girl!
Wasn't that hard, trust me.
You won't have much use for women once me and Huey get done with you, Skavik.
You still got that giant viper sword? What are you trying to compensate for, kid?
Corso doesn't have anything to prove.
Oh, forgive me. I didn't know you two had gotten so close. I wish I had a hollow of your face right now, Captain. That expression is just priceless. Have fun eating my vapor trails.
This is unthinkable. Skavik has committed a grievous affront to House Alda.
I was promised payment for this head, your worship.
The hyperdrive was to be your payment. It's an extraordinary apparatus, custom built by one of Arcania's most brilliant engineers. Skavik received the Arcanian hyperdrive at the spaceport yesterday. If he's still there, he must not have finished installing it. Skavik cannot leave Alderaan without a functioning hyperdrive. Hurry, catch him before he escapes.
You got it.